when I think about what anxiety and stress and COVID has been like for people, I think it's just been hard. I think that's the first thing to say. It's really hard to know when stress is so much stress that it's becoming something that's a mental illness. But I do think there are so many life stressors that have happened over COVID that will trigger things like anxiety, because anxiety preys on uncertainty. So if we don't know if there's a threat coming or we're trying to predict a threat, our anxiety gets ramped up, and that's actually an evolutionary response. And so if that's going for a really long time, because it's been almost 2 years of the same threats or different kinds of threats compounding, of course people are going to be anxious and be struggling. I think when you're trying to figure out when that then becomes something, you go see someone like me. I've been thinking a lot about how much does that impact your day-to-day life? How long has that been going on? And also what other things are going on at the same time, and has it been getting worse? I think that those are the things that are really in our diagnostic manual that maybe we don't look at enough because we're too concerned with the symptoms. But a lot of people can't concentrate, can't sleep, feel worried, are having trouble like eating normally and all of that over the pandemic. So you can't call all of that a disorder. So I do think we've had to kind of adjust how we think about that. But collectively, lots of people are struggling. Point me towards somebody who hasn't, and I would be amazed that they exist. There are definitely times when once the stressor's removed, people feel a lot better. I think one of the hard things about being a mental health provider is that you can't fix stressors for people and you can't make the stressors go away. So over COVID, having people come and have job loss or have somebody who died in their family or be struggling with day-to-day work as a healthcare provider, I can't take that away from them in my job. I can't fix that with medicine. I can't make everything disappear that's stressful just by giving you a pill. And so I think it can be quite challenging for us to do our job sometimes knowing that stressors are not going to resolve. But for a long time, people have had, divorce-related depression. And when the divorce, they felt better about the divorce, they felt better mentally. It doesn't always mean you need mental health help from someone like me or, a therapist. I think therapy is good for everybody in every situation. But I do think that you could get over it by doing coping skills, by talking to friends, by being aware of, how you're feeling. And if things get worse, what worse looks like, and knowing when you should get help at that point.